Hey guys, Neil with Aviator Q. Welcome back to another episode. Tonight what we're going to do is a quick impromptu video about breaking down a standing rib roast. Right around the holidays, sometimes you'll see really great prices on these. It's kind of a family meal or something like that. What we're going to do is we're going to break this thing down into smaller cuts and show you guys how to really save some money and get some good quality steaks out of it. So sit back, relax, and welcome aboard. So the standing rib roast, really all it really is a bone-in ribeye primal. When I was in college, I cut meat as a side job, kind of earn a little bit of money. And what we would do is we would get these big, just the whole slab of bone-in primals. And pretty much what that was, it's all the ribeye still in one loin. And instead of having like the big old handle that a tomahawk steak would have, they just cut them off so you got the little 6-inch ribeye bones in there, and it's one loin. We'd break them down. We'd sell them as bone-in ribeye, boneless ribeye, or we'd basically take the bone out and we'd have beef short ribs. So we're going to do this to this little loin, and just show you guys how to make some quick, easy steaks and really save a lot of money on the price per pound. All right, so this is our standing rib roast. If you wanted to do it as a standing rib roast, it's kind of like a bone-in prime rib. This is exactly what you would do. You'd probably cut the cap off a little bit. You could braise it in the oven. You can smoke these things. What we're going to do, let me glove up. We're going to work on the back side. We're going to take these ribs out. We're going to turn those into 1, 2, 3, like a 3-rack of beef short ribs that we can smoke on the grill. Once those out, that's going to turn into a boneless ribeye primal, or what we call prime rib. We could trim off the tail a little bit, make it a little more round shape. We could tie that up and have it as prime rib. You could do it in the oven or you smoke it. What I'm going to do tonight, though, since we've already done this once, I did this once earlier today, and I didn't realize the sale was going on, so when I went to the grocery store tonight, I got another one. We're going to kind of cut this big, thick tail off, and we are going to make boneless ribeyes out of it. Alright, so where we want to start is kind of right here on the kind of where the spinalis comes up at the top of the ribs. These are the rib bones. Sometimes you'll see an offset. If you go to our like a butcher shop, a lot of times they'll work these out. If you go to the grocery store, these will be in here too. I do it from this side because I'm left-handed. This is kind of the way I just got comfortable doing it. Some people do it the other way, but I always start with the fat in there since I'm left-handed. You're going to take about a 1-inch, this is a breaking knife, and I'm going to try to figure out where I can make it just nice smooth. I'm not going to go straight down. I'm going to kind of go on an angle so it leaves a nice line left on the ribeye, and I'm only going to go down about maybe an inch on the first cut. And if you didn't quite do it, you'll feel that bone hit. You don't just kind of back it off. About right in there. See, that's about an inch. I got the blade in there. I felt it give way on the ribs. From there, you're going to kind of let the spinalis fall away. You can kind of see in there on the ribs if you look down into it. And you're going to turn and angle your knife down. Once you get that first cut, you can kind of get where you almost pull the ribs off of it a little bit. Turn this sideways so you can see. So I've kind of made this cut almost down into like the heart of the ribeye there. And from here, if you want a real lean meat set of ribs, you want to keep that knife right tracing along those bones. If you want to get a little beefier rib, you can let it kind of fall, but you're just going to let the weight of this hunk of the meat kind of pull away, and you're just going to follow the ribs all the way down. Let the weight come and just kind of work it down. And then when you pull away, you got a nice meaty short rack of ribs. That's kind of what's left. Took a little bit more than I would have done if I was making nice steaks, but I want a little bit beefier of a short rib. What I'm going to do now, this is a lot of fat right in here. just going to make a nice cut. Now it's only taking a little bit of meat. Most of that was fat. If you save your fat, definitely use that to render. And then from here, I've got a boneless ribeye. If I wanted to, you could kind of tie that up, cook it as a prime rib. I'm going to take a little bit of this fat cap off, just because it's a little wax, like that waxy fat. I'm going to do a nice thick 1-inch cut, so I'm just going to lay it down, give me about a deal, and then we're just going to cut right through it. Try to make as little strokes as possible. We have a nice clean ribeye once you're done cutting. So from there I can't get quite, so I'm just going to go middle on those two. Alright guys, so there's the finished product. Like I said, we started out with a piece of meat that usually goes for, gosh, I don't even know what ribeye's going for. I think it's going like, I think if you get prime, or excuse me, yeah, I think prime's going for like 20 something a pound. Choice is somewhere around $19 a pound for steak. We got 4 nice thick ribeyes out of it, some beef short ribs. If you want to, we got some nice beef fat that we can save for something. All this was $5.99 a pound. So like I said, within 5-10 minutes you can have 4 nice steaks off of just a little standing rib roast. Combine it with the little one I had, that's a 1 meal, 3 meals off of something that was $5.99 a pound. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, this is a quick impromptu video tonight. Wasn't really planning on doing this, but when I went to the grocery store and saw another one, I was like, this is something that I kind of got to do. Like I said, just give you guys some ideas, find you some ways to save some money. If you learn to cut your own beef, you can really cut out that middleman pricing that the butcher's charging you to make steaks out of something that's that you can pick up for you know, pretty reasonable amount per pound. So like I said, hope you enjoyed the video. By the time I probably get this, Christmas will probably have already passed, but I hope you guys had a good holiday, and we'll see you next time on the next video here at Aviator Q. See ya.